welcome back to my channel. So I'm so sorry about the light, guys. I'm looking at it and I'm noticing that my face is kind of like being hit directly with the sun. Today's video, guys, is actually going to be a nail tutorial. I filmed myself doing these nails and I want you guys to know that this video is probably not like the best video I've put out there. And that's only because I was having a super hard time. Once I thought about it, when I really started recording this video, I didn't really think on how hard it would actually be doing my own nails and then recording it and making sure it's in focus and making sure you can see everything. Like, it was really difficult. It took me a really long time. And you know, like I said, it's not my best work ever, but I did do it and I'm gonna go ahead and post it for you guys. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. I also do want to do like a tutorial on someone else, because since I was doing my own nails, it's kind of going to be like a voiceover. But I do want to do a tutorial on someone else, doing nails on someone else, so that I can talk to you guys and explain as I'm doing the things. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that down there in the comments. And I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Like I said in my other video, I'm doing this because it was a request, so I hope you guys like it. And tell me if you guys would like to see more nail tutorials, or if you have any suggestions or comments, leave them down below. And I'll go ahead and let you guys see them up close. These are the nails that I'm going to show you guys how I did. Oh, and if you guys see me wearing the same outfit in another video, it's because I did the nail tutorial yesterday and I just like totally forgot to film an intro for it. So I'm doing it today, and I'm also doing another video as well. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you do, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Okay guys, so we're starting off with my ugly little fingers with nothing, and the first thing that I always like to do is sanitize. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take this sanitizer from Bath & Body Works and just get it all over my hand to take off any germs. Next, I'm going to go in with this C&D Cuticle Away gel, and basically all this gel does is it softens up the cuticles so that it's easier to push them back. So once you've applied this to all your nails, you're going to go ahead and go in and massage it into the skin and leave it in for a few minutes, maybe about 3 or 4 minutes, just to soften up the cuticle so that it's a lot easier to push it back. Next, I'm going to go in with this little spoon looking gadget, and this is basically just a metal cuticle pusher, and I'm just going to go in and push the cuticle back into the edge of the finger, and this is going to be a lot easier than it would have been without the gel, just because that gel really softens up that area. You do want to take your time when doing this. You don't want to rush through because you don't want to hurt the nail. You can either push it too much in and make yourself bleed, or you can just push onto the nail and it can just damage. Next, I'm just going to be taking a paper towel and cleaning all of that off. And then I'm going to go in with this pretty rough etching file, and I'm just going to use this to etch the nail. Basically what I'm doing is I'm just going to be buffing over the nail bed just to make it rough so that we have a great canvas for our nail and our acrylic to stick. This is also going to be something that you're going to want to do kind of carefully. I mean, you don't have to be too soft, but you do want to go a little carefully so that you don't damage the nail as well. So once the nails are nice and rough, we're going to go in with some nail dehydrating primer, and basically what this is going to do is this is just going to take all the oils out of your nail so that it doesn't prevent the nail glue or the acrylic to have any problems sticking. I'm just going to go in with some nail tips and pick out the ones that fit my fingers best, and I'm going to go in with some Kiss nail glue. This one I really like because it dries really fast, and I'm just going to start putting the tips on to my fingers. I am going to be doing this at an angle so that we have no air or any space in between the plastic nail tip and your fingernail, because if you have any space in between, you know, you can leave space for any kind of mold to grow. You know how when you have a little tight space and any kind of water or moisture goes into that, you can start creating a mold. So you just want to make sure that you put it at an angle so that there's no space in between. And I just like to press down for a few seconds to make sure that the nail is really stuck onto my nail. Okay, so once I have all my nails glued on, I'm going to go ahead and go in with a nail tip cutter, and I'm just going to be cutting them straight across. I'm personally not the person who uses that little paper where it has like sizes so that they come out precise. I just like to cut them and look at them by eye, and if I feel like I need to cut a little more, I'll just go back and cut it. So yeah, I'm just going to be cutting them in a straight line as if they were going to be squared nails. So once I'm done, I'm going to double check to make sure they're all the same size, and once I'm happy with how they look, I'm going to go in with some little nail scissors, and I'm just going to be taking off the corners of these tips to make some kind of like a V shape. It's going to be a little weird looking. It's not going to be a perfect V, but I'm going to go ahead and go in and shape them once I've done this. So you don't have to be precise. It's not going to be, they're not all going to look the same, but that's what filing is for at the end. So right here, I'm just going back in with my etching file, and I'm just going to be filing until I'm happy with the shape. So I just did some kind of like a stiletto almond shape, and here's the comparison, and I'm going to go ahead and do that to all of the nails. So once I'm done with this, I'm almost going to start laying down the acrylic. I'm going to go back in with the nail primer just to put it again, because I really want that to be wet onto the nail when I start laying down my acrylic. And for this, you're just going to need some nail liquid, which is the liquid monomer, which is the purple liquid. And then I'm going to go ahead and go in with some nail acrylic powder, and I'm using clear powder, and I'm just going to be using a number 8 ovaled brush. So right in front of me, I just have my brush and my little container of liquid and my powder. I'm going to go ahead and go in and get some liquid onto the brush. I'm going to press it all the way down to the bottom of the container and then onto the tip to squeeze out some of the excess liquid so we don't have too much. And then I'm just going to be dragging my brush across the container of powder to create a little ball, and I'm just going to be repeating these steps until the nail is shaped the way I want. And I am starting off with my right hand because I am left-handed, so I decided to do the easier hand first. So the part of the nail where the most acrylic goes, I would say, is going to be where your end of your plastic nail tip touches your fingernail. That's going to need the most support so that doesn't just like pop off. So that's where your little bump is going to be, but you want to make sure that the nails are no thicker than a credit card at the tip. So I'm just going to go in and continue to do the same onto my second nail just until I have it the way I want. So I am going to be skipping through the nails. I'm not going to show doing every single nail because then this tutorial would probably be super long. So after this nail, I'm just going to go ahead and skip to the last finger of the nail. The last finger of the hand. So right here is how they all look so far, the 4 that I've done, and let's continue on with the thumb. So in my opinion, I always think that the thumb is like not the hardest, but I just feel like it takes a little more time because it's bigger than the other fingers and it takes a little more acrylic, so I do like to take my time a little more on the thumb. So now that I'm done with the thumb, my whole right hand is now complete, and here it is in comparison to the other hand, which it makes a huge difference, I know. So let's go ahead and get started on the other hand, and I'm going to start off with the pinky. And this is what I was telling you guys, that it was really difficult for me because since I am left-handed, I always have a hard time when I'm doing my right hand, and it was just really hard for me to keep in focus because for some reason I always have to have this hand closer to my eyes when I'm doing it. I don't know why. It just makes it easier for me. So I really just skipped it through this really fast because I didn't want you guys to basically see me doing, well, basically the whole time I was out of the camera. So here's the nails completed, and this is what they look like. Next, I'm just going to go back in with my etching file, and I'm going to go ahead and shape them the way I want and taking off any excess acrylic around and make sure that they're nice and smooth. This one is really harsh, this file, so I'm going to go in with another nail file next, and it's a little less harsh, it's more smooth, and I'm going to be using this one so that I can smooth out the surface of the nail, because the other one will leave scratches since it is very, very harsh. And next I'm just going in with the buffer to make sure that the nail is nice and smooth. So when it comes to painting my nails, I rather use gel polish honestly than regular nail polish, because in my opinion it lasts longer, it doesn't chip as easily. So right here I'm just going to be using some IBD gel base coat, and I'm going to be putting it on all of my nails. So once I'm done with one hand, I'm going to go ahead and stick it into the UV lamp to make sure that this dries, and I just put 60 seconds since this is just a thin base coat. And I'm just going to go ahead and do the same to the other hand. So moving on to the nail color, I'm going to be using this Orly Gel Effects gel color, and this is just a really beautiful nude. So I'm going to go ahead and start polishing my nails with this, taking my time to make sure that I cover the whole nail, but at the same time that it looks nice and neat. So since the nail polish colors are thicker than the base coats, I'm going to go in with 120 seconds, and I'm going to go ahead and put my hand in here so that it can dry, and then I'm just going to be repeating the same steps to the other hand. So I did apply the nude color twice just because I wanted it really nice and vibrant and that it was very opaque and you couldn't see through the nail, but I didn't show it both times because I just basically repeated the same exact steps over. So once I was done with that, before I go ahead and put top coat, I always think about if I'm going to put any kind of accessories onto my nails, because I always like to do that before the top coat so that it gets stuck there under the gel. So I decided to go in with this little snake decal, and I'm a big fan when it comes to little nail jewelry. I love it. So for these kind of 3D decals, I do go in with my acrylic to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere, because if you use just regular glue, this is gonna fall off since it's really heavy. So basically I just got my acrylic the way I did when I was making the nails, and I placed it where I wanted the snake, and I just pressed it onto my finger. And then I went in with the brush once again to make sure that there's a little bit of acrylic under the snake tail and on top of and under the snake mouth, just to make sure that that snake is really secured onto there and that it's not going to go anywhere. I did put the other snake off camera, but next I'm just going to go in with some little black rhinestones, and I just picked black because of the eyes of the snake. I thought it would match really cute, and I'm just going to go in with my nail glue and just basically when I do this part, I just put the rhinestones in random spots. I'll just put a few and then I'll look at it and think, well, where does it look like it needs another one? And basically that's all I do to get my rhinestones on. So the rhinestones I do put on with glue because they're not as heavy as the little 3D decals, so this isn't going to go anywhere. The nail glue will work fine, and then like I said, we are going to put top coat on top of this anyways, so I can assure you that these rhinestones aren't going to go anywhere. And here is the nail complete. Like I said, when I'm doing these, I really don't have any idea in my head. I just randomly put rhinestones or randomly put decals. Like as you can tell on this other hand, as I'm doing the rhinestones, that I did do the snake in the other direction just because I wanted them to look a little different. I am one of those people that I really don't think your nails have to be uniform. They don't have to look exactly the same. So to finish off my nails, I'm going to go in with the IBD Clear Top Coat Gel, and I'm just going to be putting this over all of my fingers. When I'm doing this, I like to do all of my fingers and then go back and do the accent finger last, just in case, to make sure that the acrylic's dry, to make sure that the glue is dry under the rhinestones, just to prevent from making a mess. So then after I've done my thumb, I'll go back in and do the other one. So when I'm doing this finger, I'm gonna get top coat on top of all the rhinestones to make sure that they don't come off, but I'm not gonna get it on the snake. That snake is very secure, so it won't be going anywhere. And to finish off these nails, I am gonna put them into the UV light with the 120 so that we make sure that this is really dry. I'm gonna go in with some alcohol swabs, and I'm just gonna be wiping this over the nail, and this is just gonna work to cure it, because I don't know if you guys have ever used gel before. They are sticky when you take them out of the lamp, and you do need to rub it with alcohol so that it gets hard and it is cured. So once I'm done with this, basically the nails are complete. And like I said, once you've cured them, they're basically going to be dry. You can go ahead and touch them and they're ready to go. Last but not least, I am going to go in with this cuticle conditioning oil, just because we've already buffed so much that I wanted to make sure it is nice and conditioned. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you.